All right, so you've heard a lot about Dehancer, right? It's all over the place. You've seen it, all the pros have talked about it, but you still don't have it. Here's the thing. Maybe you don't have it because you think it's a pro thing. It's for professionals. It's not for you. My objective with this video is to check if you're a beginner and you don't know anything about color grading. Can you just plop Dehancer on DaVinci? Can you plop it there and just change a few settings and make it look good? So is Dehancer good for absolute beginners, for someone that just filmed something today for the first time, filmed in log, and just wants to make their footage look good? So that's what we're gonna check out. So I got some random clips here. I just filmed this outside. I'm gonna try to make this with just no nodes, just Dehancer. This is my objective. Can we make this look good with just Dehancer? First thing you can see is it already looks like it has a grade. So what I do, that I think what you can also do every time you start, is you go here and disable all tools. So now, as you can see, it looks the same whether it's on and off. So this way you can start with a blank canvas and do exactly what you want. So for this, since we're not using any other nodes, the objective for this is that just like, can I just use Dehancer? I'm a complete beginner. I don't know anything about node structure, so just gonna use Dehancer for absolute beginners. On source, you're gonna select choose camera, then you're gonna go to your camera. I'm gonna choose Sony. You're gonna go to the camera you used, then you're gonna choose the format. In the camera, basically when you choose the picture profile, you can go in the settings and see which one you're using. As you can see, just by doing that, my image went from log to regular footage, like I use the color profile. From here, again, no node structure. Let's just do everything in here. Exposure compensation. Do I want to move this up or down? Actually, I like it a bit darker. Temperature compensation. So there's a way to do this, which is the scientific correct way, and there's a way to do this, which is more what do you want to do? It's like artistic interpretation. For me, since this is close to sunset, I want to make this a bit warmer. Maybe not as warm because I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it after. Actually, I'm not going to touch anything now. You can. I would leave this for the end, honestly. I think what you can do here is like basic corrections. If it's like overexposed or underexposed, you just come over here, make it look natural like this, and this is a good base for you to start. And if you, for some reason, you're using some kind of filter or you messed up your white balance completely, you can just come in here and kind of fix it and give yourself like a first base. Right, so this is where you should start. These are the film emulations. So what I like to do is I like to go over here and I like to create a few nodes. So let's say 5. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy Control-C, just go to each one and Control-V. So you can see the footage is all messed up, but what I want to do here, I'm going to do this as a beginner. I don't know anything about node structure. So the reason why I'm doing this is so I can trial different versions of this color grade. There's another way to do this with, I don't even know where it is anymore. I think I used it once. So I'm just going to trial it this way. I think this is the most basic, simple way to do it. This is for absolute beginners. I'm going to start here and I'm going to play around with the film profile. So I'm going to start with the first one. You just click on it and then you can just put your mouse cursor over it and scroll your mouse wheel and it's gonna change film emulations. Oh shit, sorry. First you have to enable it. So click enable and then you go over here, select the first one, and then as you can see the image is changing. And then you can just scroll and every time I see one that I like, let's say I like this one, the black and white. So I'm gonna leave this one here, turn it off, go back here and start here again. So we're gonna just keep going and we're gonna select a few films. This one is super cool, maybe not for this shot, maybe for another shot. Because like some films will look good in some shots, some will look good in other shots, and it also depends on what is your intention, like what you're trying to do. Oh, I like this one, super weird. This black and white is also super interesting, but since I have a black and white already, I'm gonna leave it here. If you're just looking for black and whites, fuck man, this one is good though. I like this black and white a lot. Let's just do one more. Oh, I don't know what this is, but I'm just gonna use it. We're just gonna have a crazy one. Yeah, we're gonna have a crazy look. I love all the black and white ones, but there's this weird one that turns greens into purples. Just gonna use this just to have some fun. Now we can just play around. If you like it the way this is, just leave it here, export, and go. But then you can just play around. Let's go to Film Developer and let's see what this does. Contrast boost. Okay, I like that. So yeah, as a beginner, you can just do this. You can just come here, play around, see what things do. Because as a beginner, you're not gonna know, me, even after doing this for a year and a half, I don't know a lot of these terms. So there's nothing wrong with just coming in here and experimenting. And then you can just like turn it on and off, see if you like it. Okay, I like it, leave it on. Next one, full compression. And the thing is, you don't have to use all those. So just try it, just like see what they do. What is this? Film compression. Yeah, so if you just want to reset it, you just press here on the side. I'm gonna reset everything. The thing is, you don't have to understand much about this. You just have to like play around with the sliders, check if you like what you're seeing. If you don't like it, put it back to normal or turn it off. I'm just playing around again. I'm not a complete beginner, but I'm doing this as if I was a complete beginner. And the only reason why I'm saying I'm not a complete beginner is because I have my own node tree structure that I use on most projects. But other than that, I'm pretty much a beginner too. So halation. I'm not sure if it's gonna look good. The halation with this weird purple thing I have. Usually halation is the thing you get, like a red thing around highlights. Let me see if I like halation. Not sure if it fits with this purple. This one is kind of interesting though. You know what? Might actually use it. Film damage. Not actually sure what this does. Oh, okay, I know. It's gonna have like some scratches and stuff like that in the film. I'm actually surprised how efficient this software is because I have a 5-year-old computer who wasn't even top of the line back then. I'm actually amazed that it can actually run this plugin, because the more of these things you turn on, yes, the more text is going to be on your CPU. Just expect that you're going to need more time for rendering this stuff out and even to play it. So if you go here to playback, you can go to playback resolution, put it to quarter. You can also go to a clip and just render a proxy or render a optimized file. I'm just going to enable most of it so you can see what it does. Gate weave, that is basically, simulating the film passing through a gate while it's being projected. Overscan, I think this is just, I played around with this the other day. It's just an effect where, yeah, it gives you like, you can basically see the scan or the film as it's being scanned. And it's kind of cool. Yeah, we got a monitor, so if you want to check false color or clipping indication, the blue is underexposed, pure black, the reds are overexposed, so pure white. Since this was shot already, it doesn't matter too much, it's just artistic interpretations, like what do you want to do? Do you want your blacks to be pure black and your whites to be pure whites? That's just an artistic decision there. Output. So here you can just choose how much of the effect you want. This is just a log image. And if you keep going up, it just keeps applying the effect more and more. And then you can create a LUT. I've actually done this. This is useful if you want to film. If you want to use this again in the future, there's a way to do it. You create a LUT. Or it's also useful if you actually want to create a LUT so you can use it in footage that you're going to film in the future. Imagine you did some test shots and you want the image of your whole film to look basically this way. This is the look that you want for your film. So you go over here and you create a LUT. I don't know much about this because I've never used it. I don't have a monitor screen. And my camera doesn't accept LUTs, but if your camera does accept LUTs and you have a monitor, you can import the LUTs into the monitor. I think most monitors like to do that. That way, when you shoot, you're gonna see exactly what the final result is gonna be. But yeah, that's basically it. I was gonna try to do a few more, but it's already kind of long. So we're just gonna leave it with this one. I created a crazy look. I'm just gonna export this to show you what it looks like. And I'm actually gonna apply this to all of my footage, just for fun. Yeah, here's a cool way, by the way, this is the trick. If you want to apply your grade to multiple clips, just press Ctrl C, then select the first one and the last one that you want to use. Press Shift, click on the last one, so you select all of them. And now Ctrl V, and all your clips are gonna be getting the same grade. Wow, wait a second. This did some crazy things to some of this footage. You know what? Let's render it and then we can all watch it together because I think this is gonna be interesting. So yeah, 10 minutes for a 2-minute and 30-second video with a bunch of somewhat heavy effects. I think it's pretty good. Okay, video is rendered. Let's just watch my super awesome mega hyper color grade. Okay. Dude, that looks crazy, man. You know, it's too much, but yeah, that's the thing. Like with Dehancer, you can make this look super neutral. You can make it just regular footage with a bit of special dust on it, or you can just fuck, man. This shot, wow, this shot is so good. Just take a second. What? Okay, this shot is too damn good. I think I'm shooting through a window. That's what's giving it this like faded look. I love that shot. Oh my god, I'm super in love with that shot. Okay, so this one was in the sunlight, so the halation is a bit too much. But still, man, it's so unique. I could see this being used for a short film. Kind of looks like the Predator Vision. I accidentally created Predator Vision. Here's an ad. Predator Vision only on Dehancer. Dude, I like it actually. It's super weird. Yeah, that's the thing for me, man. Like, you can use Dehancer to just make it look, fancy and cool. But I really love to make something look weird. If you're like me and you want to make things look weird, this is for you, man. Dehancer's for you. Oh man, I just love the purple trees. I just love that everything green. turns to purple. Oh yeah, so these are some shots that I filmed inside the house, and I even forgot that I had these shots in here. But they look super creepy. They almost look like Seven. Yeah, I like how just like creepy and weird they look. The way I did this was just, okay, let's do it as a beginner. Let's just play around. These are the things you can do, like, you know, even by just playing around and doing like technically the worst color grade, the worst film emulation you can use on it, and it still looks cool. So, you know, it's just gonna look good. But this is the proof that whatever you do with Dehancer, it's always gonna look at least interesting. Man, some of these shots I might actually this is just like some shots I filmed around the house, just like throwaway shots, but kind of like some of these, man. Anyway, that's it. Final thoughts. Dehancer is probably the easiest way that you have to just, with no experience at all, and if you don't want to use LUTs, because I think LUTs are just a waste of time, honestly, because you just put it on and you cannot control anything. It's either on or off. If you're not ready to go into the whole node structure thing in DaVinci and you just want your footage to look interesting, if you play around with DaVinci for like 5 to 10 minutes, your footage will look interesting at the end, and it's just like a one note thing, as you can see here. Overall thoughts is yes, DaVinci is probably worth your money, especially if you're a beginner. A lot of people see it as like just a thing for pros, and honestly this might be even more worth it as a beginner, because a pro might know what to do with their footage, but a beginner is going to be completely lost, and this is just so simple to use that as a beginner, I think, yes, definitely, if you got the money, you should go for it, man. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it once again.